So I activated my lights. I initiated a traffic stop.
She can't interpret my thinking. You're able to change lanes at will. Because I'm
some of these guys want to run for Congress. And she passed a car that you said
On the morning of February 5th,
what?
2025, a woman was pulled over after speeding up at a yellow light and blowing through an intersection just as it turned red. But in her world, that's just smart driving. She's certain the law's on her side and thinks maybe this ticket isn't really about her driving. Buckle up, court nerds. This one shifts from traffic stop to a targeted takedown.
Karen Pasquale, Kara Emma Pasquale, 25W8376662. Is the officer here, Lisa? Officer Guzman. Yeah. Officer, your name? Good morning, officer. Your name? You're muted.
Good morning, Your Honor. Officer Guzman.
Ms. Pasquale, your name?
Hi, Karen Pasquale.
So you're charged with disobey the traffic signal. You said you wanted an informal. I'm sure she'll offer you impeding again. I mean, she did offer you impeding. You don't want to plead to impeding? You want to go to this hearing still? I mean, she could ask me to amend the case. I'm not saying she's going to do that, amend the charge.
Well, Judge, she told me that it was yellow until I was under it and it turned red. So when I asked her superior officer about that, he said that didn't warrant a ticket.
What do you want to do, Ms. Guzman? Do you feel like she ran the red light here?
Your Honor, I already amended it down to impeding, so I'm willing to fight against it. Do you want me to just give the whole situation?
If you guys aren't going to resolve it, I'm just going to have you both swear. I'm going to swear you both in and let you speak. Raise your right hands. You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth self you got, Ms. Officer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Ms. Pasquale?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Yes, Your Honor. So I
know you're a young officer. I'm just telling you what can happen when you write for impeding.
Okay.
You follow me?
Yes, Your Honor.
I mean, you do what you want. I'm just telling you, then all your cards are kind of like out of your hand. You follow me? I mean,
yes, Your Honor.
But go ahead. You go ahead now.
Yep. So on 2/5/2025 at approximately 11:17 hours, I was in the left-hand turn lane on Allen Road facing northbound. We had a blinking yellow light.
Wait a minute. Left-hand turn lane of Allen Road?
Yes, Your Honor, at the Allen Road and King Road intersection.
I see. And you were facing which direction?
I was facing northbound.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep, so I was facing northbound. We had a blinking yellow light. I was watching traffic proceed, traveling south and north. The north and south traffic, the light turned yellow. And then I was watching traffic go through. I noticed a vehicle speed up to beat the yellow light. As that vehicle went through, it turned red. That vehicle had to pass another vehicle who stopped behind that yellow light in order to get past it. So I activated my lights. I initiated a traffic stop, made contact with the driver, who was Miss Karen Pasquale. I advised her the reason of the stop. She proceeded through the yellow light, and it turned red as she went through it. And then I gave her a citation for impeding traffic, cut it down a little bit, and she said that she passed the vehicle to get through the light because the car in front of her stopped and she was afraid that she might hit it. That car in front of her had enough time to stop at the yellow light. Therefore, in my eyes, she purposely sped through it. She had more than enough time to stop for that yellow light. And then she stated that she went through a yellow light. It was not red as it turned through. I stated that it was. But in itself, going through an amber light is also a violation. Right. However, I still cut it down to impeding traffic.
Any questions of her?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Pasquale?
Does she have body cam that shows our conversation?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay. And then when we had our discussion, you did tell me that it was yellow when I went through it and it was red when I was under it.
Correct.
And I did not tell you that I tried to avoid a vehicle. I did not feel that it was safe to stop at a yellow light. So I followed the law and went through a yellow light that was not red. until you said
Okay,
I
but
was
you know
under.
that you have to stop if you
Absolutely.
can on a yellow light, right?
Absolutely. I did not feel it was safe, and I had passed that car up way before that light turned yellow. So avoiding somebody stopping fast is not an unsafe driver or against the law either.
What do you mean by that? I don't understand what you guys are saying about passing a car. You were turning left onto eastbound on King, right? You were turning left on north. I'm sorry, onto. Wait a minute. You were going northbound,
The
so you were
officer,
turning left onto westbound King, right?
the officer was,
Yes,
yes.
Your Honor. I was, yes.
Yeah, and she was coming southbound on Allen and turning left onto King, right? So she was turning on the eastbound King.
No, I wasn't
Right?
turning. I was going straight, Your Honor.
She was traveling
Going
straight, Your Honor.
straight.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't slowing down
misunderstood.
at all. I wasn't speeding. I wasn't doing anything
Were
wrong.
you traveling northbound or southbound?
I was going southbound, if you're asking me.
I am. All right, so you're going southbound, and what car are you talking about that she was passing? Can you tell me? I'm not clear on that.
Yes, Your Honor. So she was in the middle lane. There was a car in front of her who stopped at the yellow light. She passed on the right side to avoid that vehicle to go through the yellow light.
That
Wait a second.
she's
I thought
she's
you-
interpreting.
Wait a minute, slow down. I guess I'm just losing it here. I'm not understanding. Maybe I got my head with one thing. She is going southbound, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you said the middle lane. There's a turn lane there on Allen and King, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's a turn lane there, and then there's two lanes going southbound and two lanes going northbound.
Yes, Your Honor. So she was in the
What do you
middle
mean
lane.
when you say, hang on, slow down. When you say middle lane, what lane are you talking about? There's only a middle left turn lane, and there's two northbound and two southbound lanes there. That's where you're
Yes.
throwing me.
I gotcha. So the two lanes that are heading southbound, you have the right lane, the center lane, and the left turning lane. She was in that
Okay,
center
well, I would
lane
call
if
it the
we're
left
talking about heading
lane.
southbound.
I would call it the left lane of southbound Allen Road, but that's, so you're
Gotcha,
saying she was
gotcha.
going in the left lane, right?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
And she passed a car that you said was doing what?
There was a vehicle in front of her. She passed that
Okay.
vehicle into the right lane in the southbound lanes in order to go through that yellow light. That other vehicle was able to stop at the yellow light.
I see. Is
Your
that
Honor,
true?
that car had other it was also behind other vehicles. I went into the right lane because I wanted to go in the right lane. There was more cars in that lane. She can't interpret my thinking. And I was not speeding. I did not go through a red light. I did not stop abruptly because I had my grandchild in the car and I'm a safe driver and I wouldn't have.
What did she say to you when you stopped her, officer?
Yes, Your Honor. She told me that she avoided those vehicles, right? She was passing them because she felt she didn't have enough time to stop. However, in my defense, I feel that if those vehicles had time to stop, she had plenty of time to stop as well.
They were in a
Did you
totally
tell her
different.
that?
Yes,
Did you
Your
tell
Honor.
her that?
Yes, Your Honor.
No, but did you tell her that you switched lanes because you didn't have time to stop for the other vehicles?
I don't believe I told her that, Your Honor. All I did was tell her I changed lanes and that I would not stop because it wasn't safe for me. And whether I avoided a vehicle or not,
Why wasn't it safe? But wait a
lanes.
minute. Wait. That's where you're losing me. Why wasn't it safe for you to stop? Because the other vehicles had stopped?
No, all I did in my defense of her was to tell her if I thought that the yellow light was so far yellow or that I should stop or that it changed with time for me to stop safely, I would have. I wasn't going to make an unsafe stop.
Okay, were the vehicles in front of you stopped or still moving? And in the left lane of southbound Allen Road?
There was multiple vehicles, but I turned the right lane way before any light change. And because, when you're able to you're able to change lanes at will, whether I changed lanes because I wanted to be in the right lane, or whether I changed lanes because there were so many cars in front of me. I don't know. I just changed lanes.
Well, I understand that. I want to ask you one more question. I'm not understanding though, when you're saying to me, I changed lane, I ran through the light or I went through the yellow light because I didn't feel like it was safe. Am I putting your words in your mouth or not?
Yeah, I think you misinterpreted me. What I meant to say was...
Okay, tell me again.
If the yellow light turned in time for me to stop safely, I would have. So that there's no way that I thought that light had turned yellow to where I could stop safely. That's what a yellow light's for. If you can stop safely, you stop. If you can't, it's a yellow light that you're able to go through safely.
Do you have notes or anything, officer?
You're also. Can I make one more point, officer?
Sure.
Judge? If she's under the light turning left, I kind of doubt she knows when that light was turning yellow and red.
I wasn't directly under it, Your Honor.
What car were you in the lineup of left-hand turn there?
Second, Your Honor. I had one vehicle in front of me.
And you're sure that she ran the red light, or at least was underneath the traffic signal?
Yes, Your Honor. She was the only vehicle that proceeded through.
And when you say that, are you sticking with your story that the other two vehicles or other vehicles in the left lane of southbound Allen had already stopped before she went through the intersection?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else that you want to say, officer?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Pasquale?
Your Honor, I have an impeccable record. I'm a safe driver. I follow the law. I know how to drive. I'm 63 years old. And I did not, and she admitted to me when she pulled me over that I did not run a red light, that it was red when it was under my car, my car was under the light. When I asked numerous police officers from Trenton and Woodhaven, and her officer that I spoke with when I showed up before.
Sometimes they want to lip off too. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I asked for an honest opinion.
Anybody knows that you have to stop on a yellow light if you can.
Yes, if I can.
And I don't look. I understand. I'm just going to disagree with you. I'm going to find you responsible. It's 150. You can appeal this if you'd like to the other judge. If you want to just tell them, hey, I want to appeal that decision, it is 0 points. It's not going on your record, but you can feel free to appeal to Judge Hesson, okay?
Judge, I just feel that her superior officer, the magistrate, when I showed up in court the first time when she wasn't there, said that he didn't feel that this was something she should have written a ticket for. So I don't know if I was targeted because I'm
some of these guys want to run for Congress. Some of these guys want to run for Congress. I've been watching this my whole career. Mm-hmm. It's easy to criticize. Unless that officer was there, they ought not be yapping their gums. You can tell that officer that I said that. That's all I'm telling you. Wow. Amy Elizabeth Wright, 25W836-258 is right. You can come on up here if Mr. Crawford's ready.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your name, ma'am?
We're near the litigant's reaction.